Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's me, your host of PALracing, Cowboy Noah. And PALracing 2025 is just about to kick off. And right back where we started, we have Jacob Alicia, your defending champion, taking the pole. Our first time here since the opening race of Season 1 of PALracing at Auto Club. We thought we'd bring it back. We're going to have a beautiful race. We have 25 cars in the field. I believe this is the greatest car count for an opening race in PAL history. And how about we kick it off right by interviewing the man himself, Mr. defending PALracing Series champion, your pole sitter for this race, who finished second 2 seasons ago, Mr. Jacob Alicia. Jacob, this is Noah up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey Noah, how's it going, bud?
Oh, it's going great, and it might be going greater for you. Here you are on pole at Auto Club. How do you feel about Season 3? What's the goal? What's the expectation? And how are you going to treat this race?
Well, Season 3's goal is going to be a repeat of Season 2, which is win the championship. Also, I'm paired up with a couple of really great guys on the Pacemakers team, and I want to see them do better than last year too. For this race, we're seeing a lot of tire fall-offs, so trying to manage that tire fall-off and keep the strategy in mind, because there's going to be a couple of pit stops before the end. It's going to be big, so it may not be one out on the track, it might be one on pit road today, so we got to keep our brain in check.
Alrighty, Jacob. Well, tell us, you've been doing a lot for us in the off-season. You got to make your debut there, and in the Hunt series, we got to see you start off our new series called Pacemaker. Tell us about the community and how it's grown over the past year. How do you feel it's shifting? How about all these new faces here in the series, and what are you overall excited about for PALracing, outside of winning that championship, of course?
Well, the best part of PALracing is really the community. The group of guys that join in every season are all really determined and yet really friendly. We're all the right kind of people to race NASCAR with, where we'll rub elbows on the track and then we'll be back throwing virtual beers back right after the race. Everybody here is really friendly and they're always looking to go faster, but everybody's really controlled too. No one really likes to race too hard outside of their limits and push people around either. So it's just the best group of racers I've found in a long time. So I want to make this place as best it can be.
Alrighty, thank you, Mr. Alicia. Starting on pole today, looking to become a repeat champion. And by the way, Jacob, 3-way tie for first place in terms of winning in PAL. You looking to break that tie today?
Today, absolutely.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Jacob. We'll send Jacob back down, and they will do one more lap around Auto Club. And man, am I excited for tonight. We have Jacob Alicia on pole, who is outside the man who's finished third in points for the second season in a row, Douglas Henry. Just behind Douglas Henry on row 2, the man who finished second in points, won 3 races in a row towards the end of last season, Aiden Gould. And then maybe a regular face for you OG fans, Pete Tart, making his return to PAL, his first race since Watkins Glen of Season 1. That would have been race 4 of that schedule. Awesome to see that number 21 machine back. Behind him, Jacob Pettit, Joe Houston, Hunter East, Brandon Torres, pair of rookies there. Eric Gonzalez, another rookie, part of that Suncoast Motorsports Flipper Win Motorsport duo team. You got Chris Warren, Gary Smoke, Matthew Legiat, Timothy Perryman, Raymond Wimmer, Samuel Lang, and that top 15. You guys already know what time it is. It is time for your go time music. "25 drivers, 113 laps, 3 extra sets of tires, 75% fuel capacity. It's a 75% of the actual race. And as the pace track goes through turns 3 and 4, begins to pull off. PALracing is back, baby. Here we go. The green flag is out. Jacob Alicia leads just in tow. Douglas Henry and Aiden Gould there. Pete Tart on that outside. Look at these cars fanning out all the way down to that inside line. It's a freight train on that top side. Staying in that draft and staying within range is going to be everything. Here at Auto Club, Jacob Alicia is going to full clear the field. Douglas Henry will full clear himself into second. And the first lap of Season 3, first lap of 2025, is going to be Jacob Alicia's. Already we see Pete Tart working on the 66 machine of Douglas Henry. Aiden Gould down there on the bottom, followed by the teammate of Hunter East, which was the pole sitter for the Darlington finale last season. You can see Jacob Pettit, last season's Darlington finale winner, rolling that top side in that Sharpie car. Oh, Samuel Lane just brushed the wall back there in the back. That's going to cause a bobble. I think Chris Warren might have made contact with, that is the 38 car of Gordon Spain. So slight contact. They seem to get away fine. As we do have a blinker. That's John Schoenbacher in the 33 up there on that top line. Gordon Spain getting a little loosey with that car up there on that top line. Is going to try to hang on to it as we are now on our third lap here at Auto Club. Douglas Henry running here in second in that 66 K&N machine. He's finished third in points for 2 seasons in a row. That's not enough money for him, he says. He wants to finish right there in that first spot. He's currently sitting at 2 wins in his career, but he also owns what has been the most memorable, the most exciting, and the most badass finish, which was the DeBaby car race last season. That really put PALracing there on the map. An epic finish, an epic win for him. He's hoping to capitalize as he looks to the outside of Jacob Alicia. Douglas Henry challenges Jacob Alicia for the lead, and he's going to rock it along that top side, and he might just clear down the backstretch. They're even. Jacob Alicia had a really good exit. He's to the corner panel, to the inside of Douglas Henry, looking back to the inside, and I think Jacob Alicia will re-clear. Yes, he will. Douglas Henry falls back in line. Good defense out of Alicia. Douglas Henry might try it again if he gets the opportunity. I don't know if Jacob Alicia might have got slower on entering 1 and 2 than normal, trying to conserve those tires, but Douglas Henry went for it. He took a look. Meanwhile, Hunter East has just made the pass for second, is currently running down Mr. Alicia. Let's go on board. As we go into 3 and 4, I want you guys to pay attention, really listen to his throttle input. You can kind of hear the brakes a little bit, but see how he turns the car. Watch that steering wheel. He is barely putting that much turn into the car. He's helping, those brakes are helping him turn the car into the apex. You can see he gets on the throttle a little bit later, but it helps the rotation, and Alicia with the bobble on exit is going to allow Hunter East to look for the pass. Hunter East, the rookie inside of the champion. Jacob Alicia on that top side. I wonder if he goes ahead and lets him go, drops back in line, and tries to continue the same tire. Yes, he will. And Hunter East is your leader and new leader here at Auto Club. It took the rookie 20 laps, but he finally got to the front. But is Alicia going for a pass? He looks to the inside. He had the run with the draft, but I don't know if that car is rotating well enough to work that bottom. We've seen him getting a little bit higher in the groove, especially on exit, so we'll have to see. Hunter East gives him plenty of room as they come out of the corner. Hunter East up top this time. Alicia not quite even. We'll see. He's going to cut the tri-oval. He's going to come up the track. He's just about to his door. Hunter East might clear him going into turns 1 and 2. He might be able to shut the door on Alicia. Yes, he will. I don't think Alicia has a run out of the corner. No, he doesn't. Hunter East defends, retains, and has the lead. Aiden Gould leads this pack of pitters here on lap 31 down pit road. It will be 4 tires and fuel, so we hit that fuel mark now. Here comes Aiden Gould into his box just behind. Oh, he rolled through the box. We just had it. We just saw him flip it into reverse. There's Jacob Pettit. He's pitting. Gary Smoke on pit road. Matthew Leggett, Raymond Wimmer, John Schoenbachler, Michael Brooks, Aaron Warren. So Samuel Carter already pit. He's a lap down. I don't know if he short pitted or how long he's been here after the pit. So we'll have to keep an eye on how he leapfrogs. It appears Matthew Leggett is going to have the best pit as he is leading Aiden Gould, his teammate, out of pit road. Jacob Pettit just behind the pair. He's going to come in for pit stops. We'll watch him lock it down, entering pit road. A great kid that we're going to have to keep our eye on this season. He means business. Just behind him is Douglas Henry in that 66. He's going to make his scheduled pit stop. I believe Brandon Torres is on pit road, side by side with Timothy Perryman. There's Samuel Lang in the 70. Here is Ethan Walker. Jacob Alicia back out on track. He just pit. He's returned to the racing surface, currently running 8th. We'll see how he cycles out. Last car left the pit is currently Chris Warren. I believe he would have led a lap to get that extra point. Hunter East returns to being your leader. But Jacob Alicia, after losing out about 2 seconds on Hunter after he made the pass, has regained that. Jacob Alicia is one of the best at maximizing pitting under green. So here he is, running second, just the bumper of Hunter East. Needs to be worried about burning up those tires. Applying too much pressure on them early is going to hurt you in the long run, especially when you know what Hunter East's car is capable of, saving and driving up through the field whenever he wants. So Jacob Alicia right near the back number of the 24 as they head down the backstretch, 35 laps into this race. No cautions, no incidents. A nice green flag run here at Auto Club. Jacob Alicia looking to the high side. Can he get the clear? Hunter East on the bottom. Matthew Leggett follows in third, just behind the pair. Aiden Gould sits fourth. Here comes Jacob Alicia. Had half a car length on Hunter East on the front stretch. This is the difference. Diving off into turns 1 and 2. Alicia rotating that top side. He really wants that track position. He wants to lead this race. He wants that clean air. He's going to take it. And Hunter East may let him have it. Definitely going to be the strategy, but he's already gained another 10th back on Alicia. Hunter East may be going for a pass here as they look into turns 1 and 2 to the inside. Hunter East almost cleared. Alicia gets a good lurch in the center. Not quite enough, though. They are even. But I'm not sure if Alicia can re-clear. They are even right now down the backstretch. Alicia had just about a bumper ahead. So go to turns 3 and 4. This is Hunter East's strong suit. Rolling this bottom right now. They are out of turn 4. Still side by side. What a great race this is here. A great treat. This is awesome green flag racing. It's not only are these guys battling each other in terms of for position, they're playing that game of, okay, how much tire are you going to use to try to get around me? How much tire are you going to use to defend? Maybe trying to wear each other out. And I currently think, even though he is now leading, Hunter East may have won this fight, because I think he's making Alicia use up those tires a lot more than Alicia wants. That's my gut instinct right now. Hunter East is scrubbing the rubber off those Goodyears. Again, they only pit roughly 10 laps ago. So still have to do another 20 laps of green flag racing. So don't use it all up now or you're going to drop like a rock. But Hunter East will look to the inside. Alicia chooses to stay on the top. We'll see how that treats him. I still think Hunter East has the advantage on the bottom. But Alicia does a really good job of getting a run in the center. But again, is that him putting a little bit more turn in the car? Let's go on board with Jacob Alicia and watch that wheel input. Watch the wheel one more time as we go into turns 1 and 2. So although you could hear by his throttle input that he is still trying to save, that's a lot more wheel input than what we saw Hunter East doing later than where we are in that first run. So Jacob Alicia putting a little bit extra turn in that car. I wonder if Hunter East is aware and is continuously still saving and just making Alicia fight harder on that top side. Jacob Pettit on pit road. I think this is a little bit of an early pit. A handful of these guys still have an extra 5 to 4 laps of fuel in the tank. Pettit will be the first, and he will be followed by John Schoenbachler. He's going to blink out a little bit. There he is, though. Pettit into his box, nice and clean. He actually needs to back it up. That's going to cost him time. And so far it is just Bachler and Pettit. Joe Houston now is going to enter pit road. Jacob Alicia is going to head down pit road, currently running third. Let's watch him enter his pit box. Calm, cool, and collected is the only way you could describe Alicia. Absolutely clinical with it, as we are just over halfway in this race. Into his box, perfect, doesn't overslide. We'll see, there's Hunter East. That's Mark Averitt diving into pit road, and so will East right in front of the 7 car. Mark was running right into the top 15. Now that he hits his pit cycle, I think he'll end up spinning back out right around 20th, 21st. Douglas Henry's going to stay out. I think he did get that extra point for leading the lap. I don't think he's gotten the lead a lap yet today, so there you go. We'll see him pit here before too long. A couple of guys yet to pit. Aiden Gould has pits. Let's see. Ethan Walker has yet to pit. Samuel Lang is on pit road. Oh, we got it stopped. Does he have to reverse? Yes, he does. That was close. That's going to cost him some time. Hunter East exiting pit road. There's Ethan Walker. There's Chris Warren. And here comes Douglas Henry. Here's Jacob Alicia, who currently leapfrogged Hunter East. Good Aiden Gould battling Houston to the inside, looking to that 4th position. Houston bottom. Houston top, sorry. Gould bottom. I think Joe's going to elect to let him by and save a little bit. Joe really loves saving. He gets positions on the back end really well. And these guys are only right around a 3-second gap to the leaders, so that's enough time to make up if you hit the tire save right. Gould will move into 4th. Houston will drop back to 5th. Matthew Legatt here all alone in 3rd. Hunter East already starting to get to the tail end of Jacob Alicia. On the nose of Hunter East right now. Alicia will shut the door. Riding in that draft, does he try a different line into 1 and 2? Just about to the back bumper of the 31. It's starting to heat up. The battles are getting intense, but I do have a sense that they are saving tire more than they did the last tire run. I feel like they're running a little bit cleaner lines. Ooh, Hunter East sends it in to the inside of Jacob Alicia through turns 3 and 4. Hunter East had the hole. He went forward. Alicia has to give him the room. And now they are neck and neck down the front stretch. Hunter East has him at the line. Is it enough to clear into turns 1 and 2? What a pass he went for. There was just enough room for the nose. And he's going to fill that gap up the inside through 1 and 2. But we'll see a crossover out of Alicia. He gets to the bumper just about the 24, but I think that run's going to die out. Hunter East is actually going to give him the room up top. Alicia did have the run coming. That is a great heads-up awareness and move out of Hunter East, letting Alicia have that top side because he did have the run. A lot of respect between what is the 17-year-old and Jacob Alicia, who's maybe in his early 30s by now, maybe late 20s. Look at these guys. A Camaro and a Supra battling for the lead here at Auto Club. Lap 73, it's been the show between these two all night long. Alicia trying to roll that top side again. Once you get Hunter East down to the bottom, I feel like it's a whole lot stronger. Alicia's going to concede the position, and Hunter East goes back to the lead here at the HILLWOOD development, 225. Aiden Gould gets around Matthew Legat, puts himself into the 3rd position. And now begins to try to pull away from that 81. Aiden Gould will get the clear. He's 4.2 seconds off of this man, Jacob Alicia, for the 2nd position. But Alicia still trying to stay right there in range with Hunter East. I think the biggest gap we saw before pit stop started to happen was right around 6.5 to 7 tenths. So Jacob Alicia does a good job at staying right there within range. Drop Jacob Pettit down pit road early again. We're seeing him kind of short pitting this field. I still think this is a little too early. And he is the only one on pit road for this lap, it appears. So Jacob Pettit trying to make a move. Meanwhile, Douglas Henry really has the rocket boosters on that car. He has caught Matthew Legat and Aiden Gould. Oh, they were really close there. That's the 8 car of Ethan Walker up there on that top side. He's going to back out of that. They were 3 wide. Douglas Henry makes a pass on Matthew Legat, and now he's going to try Aiden Gould as they go down the front stretch. The back stretch, sorry. Looking to work his way into the top 3 here. To the outside, Douglas Henry's doing a really good job at saving tire. But is he taking too much time? Guys are starting to pit right now, and he's still a second off of Alicia. Sorry, 6 seconds off of Alicia. 7 seconds off of Hunter East, so he's going to have to try something different or really push that car. Remember, this is the last set of pit stops under green. It will leave these guys with a right around a 21-22 lap run, which is about 8 to 9 laps less than what they're typically doing. So we'll see them turn up the heat a little bit quicker as Douglas Henry moves his way into the 3rd position. I think Samuel Lang is down on pit road. Aiden Gould is down on pit road. Who else? I think Greg Jodiet. Yep, Greg Jodiet pit the lap before. So did Joe Houston. Jacob Pettit. Chris Warren, Gordon Spain, Gary Smoke. Aiden Gould currently leads that group out of pit road. Matthew Legat now down on pit road. Just behind him is Michael Brooks. Pete Tart yet to pit. There's Raymond Wimmer. He is yet to pit. And Aaron Warren in the 74 has yet to pit as well. Here comes Hunter East. It's his turn to pit. Will Alicia follow? Yes, he will. 2 cars enter pit road, running 1 and 2. What's the difference? Ooh, Alicia locks it up, but I think he got it stopped. Watch these cars pass by as they go to enter their pit boxes. Alicia does such an amazing job at maximizing pit entrance. There's Jacob Alicia. Hunter East is going to go right on by. So how they went in is just about how they leave. I think East had a really good jump there over Alicia. We are at 19 laps to go. Oh, Matthew Legatt around into the inside wall. Big wreck. This should bring out the caution. Has it. He immediately tows, though. Matthew Legatt immediately towed. And we are still green flag. Oh, my gosh. Matthew Legatt immediately towed. It was a 1-car crash way below the racing service on the inside wall. He might have just clutched up and not brought out the caution. I mean, that would have re-racked the whole field. That would have been insane. Aiden Gould retains the lead, but he has about 6 lap older tires compared to Hunter East. Hunter East chasing him down, and I mean, look at that closing difference. I bet he's going to let his teammate by. Hunter East has the faster car. Looking to the inside. It won't even be a battle. This is the battle for the lead. Aiden Gould will not be winning this one. We'll see how far he drops on this leaderboard because there's about 7 cars here that have quite a few fresher tires than him. Something we'll have to keep an eye on. But the gap between Hunter East and Jacob Alicia is what we need to be paying attention to. There's Jacob Alicia. Just about see that gap. I'll give you a fresher angle here. That blue car just to the top left of the screen went out of frame. It's a 1.4 second gap. How hard does Hunter East's teammate Aiden Gould race Alicia there for second? Try to hold him off as long as he can. To the outside goes Jacob Alicia. And he should get him down the straightaway. Yes, he will. Jacob Alicia will clear. There's Aaron Warren exiting pit road. He might have had a pit stop violation. Alicia now gets around Gordon Spain, and it's a clear sight in front of him of the goal, taking that first place position away from this man right here, Hunter East. Let's take a look at that Matthew Legatt crash. Here's Matthew inside of Greg Jodiet. Out of the corner, fish tails as he come off the wall here. Yes, he does contact with the wall. And that car is going to go all the way to the inside wall. Heavy contact. But we could see some guys here or there flip-flop that were able to lead a lap and get an extra point. If 2 guys have the same score, whoever has the most extra points is the tiebreaker. So here goes Douglas Emery to the back bumper of Aiden Gould, looking to the inside. This is a battle for third right here in the late stages of this race. It is coming to 3 laps to go. So a good little battle we get. Douglas Henry will clear. Meanwhile, at the same time, Brandon Torres is under attack by Timothy Perryman. Timothy trying to make the pass into the 7th position, looking to the top side. Had a really good run down the back stretch. We'll see how far he can roll the top. Oh, Aiden Gould is actually battling back on Douglas Henry. We don't know if Doug might have gotten to the wall or something because Aiden just lurched in about 2/10. Back, just about in front, half a car length. down the backstretch. This is a battle. Douglas hits the wall again. He may be fighting that car so bad that he's sacrificing a lot of exit speed, especially when he makes contact with that wall. Aiden Gould goes back into third. This is a great battle here. Douglas all the way to the back bumper of the 51 as he makes contact. Douglas is known for pushing the car in front of him off and trying to get him a little off-centered. Try to get you to make a mistake going into the corner. We'll see what that... Ooh, oh my gosh, he really pushed him off in the corner. He's playing with fire right now. Don't know how much I want to do that to Aiden Gould, but these guys have a lot of respect for each other, raced each other really clean, really hard over the past season, and Douglas Henry, he might just strong-arm Aiden Gould into giving him the position. Does Aiden Gould pull a little bit of a similar strategy? I'm kind of on the edge of my seat for this battle. This is heating up a little bit. Aiden Gould will fall back off. Here he comes down the front stretch. Hunter East, first career start and PAL Racing for Season 3, and it'll be first career win for him.
Ow. Fuck.
Thank you.
Brother.
My back just killed me. Nice.
Yes, sir. Good race.
That was good, Mark.
Hunter East picks up the win right here at Auto Club. A great race for him. Jacob Alicia and others congratulating him, showing him some respect. Here comes Aaron Warren. Aaron Warren might give you a little slap on the ass here. Hunter East, the rookie, adds himself to the list of drivers who have a win in PAL. There's not many, just about seven or eight of them. And here he is, right here at Auto Club. He's going to burn it down for us. Hunter East, your HILLWOOD Development 225 winner, comes right here at Auto Club. He's going to park it right there on victory lane and give us a little celebratory burnout. Look at that. Burning it down, burning it down. He ain't going to stop. I don't think he wants to stop. He's going to burn to that thing blows, and we'll get a word with him. There it goes. The engine blows. We'll get him up here. Hunter, this is no up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Hunter, here it is, baby. The first race of Season 3, first race of 2025, and you bring home the win, your first career win. How does it feel?
Feels good. Had a great battle with the 31 all day. Very clean, respectful. It all came down to the tires, which I think everyone knew was going to come down to the tires, and I just saved my tires a good amount more than the field today.
All righty, and as we look forwards to the rest of this season, we see you pick up a win at Auto Club. It's going to be a while till we show up to a big 1.5 miles like this. What does the rest of the season look like for you? What tracks do you feel you're strongest at? And just kind of give some of our fans a little insight on who Hunter East is.
Yeah, definitely. My strongest tracks, I think I do really well at Bristol. Like, these cars at Bristol is like my bread and butter. Pretty good about the schedule overall. I think I can make a lot of good things happen with the schedule, but I usually am very aggressive when it comes to races, but long racing, I just know that tires are going to mean everything, and I just got to keep it cool and just race people with respect and keep it clean.
All righty. Thank you so much, Hunter. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week at Iowa.
Yep, see you.
We'll set Hunter East down. We'll go ahead and grab your second place finisher who came up just a bit short, Mr. Jacob Alicia. Hey, Jacob, no up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Good copy, Noah.
Well, Jacob, you bring home a second you are one of the most consistent drivers in the field, so finishing second at Auto Club shouldn't hurt that bad since we came here in Season 1. But tell us, what were you missing to get up there and beat that rookie?
Well, Hunter and I were running the same lap times, but we'd have different lines, so it was really interesting to race against him. In the second stint, I decided I was going to try to run a little easier than he was to save my tires, but all it really ended up doing was giving me nicer tires 2 seconds behind him with no time to really make it up after that. Probably should have tried to short pit at the end of that second stint to try to get ahead of him again. But we were flirting with a 2-tire stop at the end, but there was just so much fuel we had to put in the car that it didn't even really make sense. So just didn't have the best strategy. Put in a winning effort, though, so I'm pretty proud of the team.
Alrighty, congratulations, Jacob Alicia. We'll see you next week at Iowa. How do you feel about the rest of the season here, knowing that you kind of got sized up a little bit tonight? If you don't mind me kind of maybe, I don't know, adding some fuel to a fire.
Hunter raced me really well, and I think we're right on the same level, so we're going to have a lot of good racing this season no matter what. Don't really care for Iowa. I know it puts on a good show for you guys in the broadcast booth, but I could do without there. So if I get a top 5 out of there and don't crash, honestly, I think I'll be pretty happy.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Mr. Alicia. Congratulations tonight. Happy to kick off PALracing 2025 with you, bud.
Right back at you.
We'll send him back down to the booth. We'll go ahead and grab your third place finisher. Douglas Henry finds himself returning to the top 3 in PALracing. Let's talk to him. Hey, Dougie Wuggy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Tell us about your race today. You had a little bit of a quieter day, but we got to enjoy that awesome battle between you and Aiden Gould there at the end of the race. What were you missing versus the practice races we did where you were winning to here at the real race?
Well, skill, to be honest, but I was right there battling with Jacob, keeping up with him. And then that new guy came out of nowhere, and then I was going to keep him on the bottom. And I'm assuming it was an accident, but he got into me a little bit, and I had a crazy sideways moment going down the front straightaway. And then after that, I was a little bit shook, not gonna lie. And then, you know, the higher skill guys kind of ran away with it, and I had to play a little strategy to beat Aiden. I had to stay out just a couple laps longer than him, and we had a really fun battle right there at the end. So props to him for racing clean. That was awesome.
Well, you got a little bit of a mud cake going on, but let's add some flavorful sprinkles to it. We roll into Iowa next week. You have a lot of confidence there. You typically run really well at Iowa, but then after that, we roll in what is the first of our crown jewel races, the Baby Car 225. How are you pacing yourself out for the beginning of the season, going towards the end, knowing that you don't want to finish third in points again for a third time in a row? You want that championship. How hard are you going to push yourself, and how much more practice are you going to find yourself putting in to capitalize at tracks you know you're already strong at and have wins at?
Well, it's pedal to the metal this whole season. I'm sick of taking third. I'm sick of losing to Jacob Alicia, and I am putting some practice in. I'm looking forward to Iowa. It's a good track for me, as well as Charlotte. You know, I won there last year, and really hoping to repeat that. I love that track so much.
Alrighty, Douglas, thank you so much for kicking off PALracing 2020 with us. We'll see you next week at Iowa, buddy.
See you next week. Thank you.
Set Douglas down, and that will be the conclusion of the HILLWOOD Development 225, sorry, at Auto Club, the 2025 race. Our first time back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Join us here, same time, same place, next week for the Corn Hub 188 at Iowa. I'm your host, Cowboy Noah, and the only reason Hunter East won tonight is because I wasn't in the race. Have a good night, everybody.